Hello everybody and welcome to another Crowncast. It's where we talk about the universe and what's going to happen to it. Why I'm talking like this, I don't know, but somewhere I will find my inner me. What the hell was that? Okay, apparently I'm starting to do weird intros. Because, yeah, why not? You go with the flow and have fun with it. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't intending to do this Crowncast. I was going to have a Crowncast tomorrow, and still going to have a Crowncast tomorrow. But, yeah, something started to... not piss me off, but I'm fed up, really, to be honest. I thought a lot about movies yesterday, and the fact is that I was reading, looking back at what, for instance, an actor like Jackie Chan, like other actors did in the 90s and the beginning of 2000. And my opinion is that the far better movies at that point. Maybe not taking Jackie Chan, for instance. Those were always light-hearted kind of movies, but the fact is that just for me to take a look at the movies that were Oscars nominated, and then you have a lot more great, fantastic movies. Today, take these Oscars this year, for instance, Argo won. There's a possibility Argo still would have won if there were more great movies, but the fact is that Silver Linings Playbook was the only competition to that movie, to be honest. And then it's a opinion of flavor, because they're two complete different kinds of movies. But those two were the ones, without a doubt, it stood between, in my opinion. And I mean, you could say movies a little bit Django Unchained, but for me, if it weren't too damn long, the scenes themselves are great. They always are in Quentin Tarantino movies, but the fact is that they're too fucking long. It ruins it. It could have been an amazing movie if you just cut a few things in it. It pisses me off. It should piss other people off as well, because having all that great material and you still and just have to tweak it a bit with taking away some scenes. Sure, you can have your director's cut with the original idea with it. I wanted to have all this in it. And you probably would see that some people may like it, but yeah. I have ranted on Django Unchained before, but so I shouldn't really be bringing that up again. But the fact is that and also look at the King's Speech. That movie won. Sure, it has fantastic acting in it, but from all standpoints, it's a fucking boring movie. I'm sorry, it's incredibly boring, that movie. It's a work of art, it's beautiful and all, but it's fucking boring. You have movies that win like the artist, and I mean we can just go on and on about movies that, I mean, it should be in the Oscars, but should they win stuff? It's not enough depth in the great movies department. It's because they churn out crappy movies all the time. I mean, for me, the greatest example at the moment for me is Percy Jackson movie, because it's a book they shit on really hard, and they have put in like zero effort in it, which I feel bad for the actors in it. I mean, think if you were an actor and loved that series and you act in it, and then you will be remembered for a crappy movie compared to the books. Books are always going to be better than the movie. That's just fact. But you can still be true and give a great experience. No, you can't, because you have some sort of fucking graph you should follow. You need to have some type of person that it's that type, and so that kind of American can understand, and this story is great, but the Americans are too dumb, so we need to change it. That must be how they see America. They must treat America must be fucking idiots. I'm sorry. Most of the Americans must be fucking idiots. Why would they still be doing most of the movies like you're fucking 5, everyone that watches the movie? I can comprehend a real story, so I need to have a dumb one. I know that all of you Americans that listen to my content aren't stupid, so thank God for that. I love you all. But apparently mostly Americans are dumb, or at least that's the way Hollywood sees you. So complain to Hollywood if that's the case. But that's the thing. I have no problem with them having Hollywood-esque movies. But they have to realize that at some point they have to do fucking great movies. And they wonder why the movie industry is failing. It's because you fucking do dumb, stupid movies. You can have those dumb, stupid movies as well, but you can't have every single movie be that way. And it's easy for a guy like Ben Affleck to win Oscars because he's the only person who cares about doing a fucking good movie. Damn, we're having a lot of swear words in this one. Holy crap. I always use swear words when I want to enforce my opinion that I'm really pissed about this, because yeah, it shows. And that's the it's just, it makes me sad because I want to watch movies. You can do great. Now You See Me. It's a great movie. Why can't more of them be that good? It doesn't have an amazing written story, but it has the cool factor of magicians. It has all the elements for making a good or great, in my opinion, great movie. It doesn't have to be Oscars worthy like that, but it can be a great movie. But somewhere, for the most people, you can't have that. Or in Hollywood, it's just, we need to churn out to make money. Churn out movies. It must be only about getting it done in a short period of time. And like, okay, now we have something, churn it out. And also it's a matter of taste from there. Because if you didn't know, the reason why Green Lantern 1 was greenlit start up pre-production on Green Lantern 2, because the head people who watched it before, like a month or so before everyone else, thought it was an amazing movie. Think about it. They thought that fucking piece of shit was an amazing movie. And we wonder why we get bad movies. Seriously. Anyone with any taste at all know that nothing happens in that movie. Seriously. Barely anything happens at all in that movie. And that's why it's a bad movie. And it's just... Oh. And if you don't want it to be taken serious, you have to go at it being... It's going to be bonkers crazy and we're not gonna take ourselves seriously. Fast and the Furious series right now. It's in the beginning of that series, the first and the second one. Those are great movies in my opinion. For that series. Then third one is a weird one. Fourth one is bad, incredibly bad movie. Then the fifth one, they said, fuck it, we're not gonna take ourselves serious anymore. So we're going to go bonkers off the wall, and they did it in 5 and 6. And if you say, if you give in to that impression that in 5 and 6 that it's just gonna be bonkers crazy, you're gonna have a good time and enjoy it. Underworld series. I love the hell out of the last one because it's just crazy bonkers and it's a fucking crazy ass story to it all, and you have to treat it that way. And I love that movies too, but I also want to have amazing movies out there. And there are a lot of great movies out there. It's just they're not in the get mainstream attention. So it's fucking hard with being that there are so many movies out there. It's hard to find those great movies. That's why I've started looking at going on movie festivals more and more, because those are great movies Hollywood movies tend not to be anymore, or at least most of them. I have gone to see so many movies this summer, and the only ones I've really gone and seen are ones that are usually comic book stuff, movies. I mean, I can't blame them for how they are. I mean, but there's mostly comic book stuff, movies. So Kick-Ass, I want to see. It's goodish movie. It doesn't know what the movie wants to be. That's why it's kind of hard. But they're trying to base it off a comic, and apparently they stay quite true to the comic, which is a good thing. But Now You See Me I have seen this summer. Star Trek, Percy Jackson, Wolverine, Pacific Rim, also a movie that doesn't take itself. It's like, you know what you're gonna get from that story. The story could have been a little bit better. I do agree with that. Or I do think that, or some people who didn't like it, I can understand. There was another movie I also seen. Yeah, but mostly those movies. Yeah, Elysium. Also, we are in the summer season, so usually the type of movies are... I can accept if we only have when it's the summer season, we have those Hollywood-esque movies. I can get that. But yeah, so so bottom line is I want more better movies. Do we gonna see that? No. Unless we get more directors and writers that try to do more great movies and stuff. Oh, I saw Man of Steel as well. I mean, look at what kind of movies this summer I want to see. And for me, Now You See Me was the best one of all, because for what it was trying to be, it nailed it perfectly. Maybe that's the bottom line. The thing you're aiming to it to be, you do it perfectly. And yeah, so, and now to segment into why, to compare it to why I almost only watch TV series for the most part. This summer I went to the cinema a lot, but before this summer I have barely gone to the cinema, because honestly most of the, and also that's the reason why I download pirate most of the movies, because most of the Hollywood movies aren't worth a single dime. I don't think they're worth, if they're going to like just only do this, I don't see why. Most of it, if it's something that's good, like Now You See Me, I'm gonna buy that DVD. I don't know if it's out on DVD yet or not, but then I'm going to buy it. Good movies equal me buying it. That's the reason why. It's how I work today. When it how I work as a person when it comes to spending my money. If you deserve it, you're gonna get my money. And most of the movies today aren't worth my money. And I have to download off the internet most of the TV series I watch, because I don't want to wait 10 weeks for it to get to Sweden, and some shows don't even get to Sweden, or maybe it doesn't get to Sweden within a year. I mean, I don't want to wait that long. And because of how the world works today, I want it more to be worldwide. I know it's going to be problematic for some companies or whatever, but for me, I love watching TV series, and I'm gonna watch it the day after it airs. That's just the way I'm going to do it. And the reason why I love it is because they have the fact is that they have more time to flesh out stories, and I honestly think that most of the writing is better in TV series, TV shows than they are in movies. Maybe it's because you have so many different people taking a crack at it. It's because mainly it's not one person who writes every episode. It's always always more than one person. Maybe that is what why some movies aren't that good. I don't know. Maybe it's because we don't have good enough writers and directors in some cases. But yeah, so I love TV shows, and I will probably just keep watching mostly TV shows and not movies at the cinema, unless there's something There was a movie recently I saw a trailer for. It sounded really interesting, but do I am I going to go and see it? Probably not, because they're fantastic at making trailers. The bottom line is, that's the thing. Americans are amazing at making trailers to movies. But I mean, if you see the Green Lantern trailer is you get everything that happens in that movie within that trailer. You don't even have to see the movie. Go and watch the trailer of Green Lantern and you have seen all the whole movie. That's the sad part of it all. When the trailer is so much better than the movie. And I think Entourage, there's an episode of Entourage which hit it on the nail perfectly. It's when he's playing. They're playing is it Paulo Escobar? I don't remember. He's supposed to be like a Colombian drug lord or whatever it is. And you see the showcase a trailer, and the trailer looks amazing, and it's like everyone would get hyped for that one. Then when the characters see the whole movie, it's boring as hell. That's the bottom line. I mean, so many movies, they're trying to hype people to go and see the movie, and then you have already paid, so fuck you. Sort of like, I don't think they are that way, but it makes me sad, really, that some trailers are better than the whole fucking movie. But we need better movies. And I think we're at some levels I think it's going to go into more our favor. I said before in this episode that no, I don't think we're gonna get better, but I think so, because the material you use to film movies are getting cheaper and cheaper. You can do an amazing looking movie now for much more of less the cost than what you needed for a movie before. And I think that's only going to get easier, which is going to bring us more greater movie, because you don't have to have you can get the visionaries that will make us amazing movies. Yeah. So it's I mean, 23 minutes for me talking about this. I think I have said mostly everything I want to say about this, because it's something close to my heart, because I really love this kind of stuff. And looking back, sure, it might feel a little nostalgia over the fact, but I just feel like movies were built better and the stories were better in most of the movies. I mean, I can look at something like an American Beauty today and see we're not coming close to that kind of quality today. I mean, for me, like Hurt Locker, I love that one, and it's that I love the so some people hated it because it's not like how it is over there in Iraq. The writer from it has spent like fucking many months with the bomb squad in Iraq. It's what was he then doing? Was he smoking something? I mean, of course, it's not gonna be same how it is for every part of the people that are in Iraq. Some is going to experience it differently, probably. That's the thing. And also, we look at it from his eyes, the writer's eyes from that movie. He saw it the way he interpreted his way when he was with that bomb squad. And it's his feelings on it, so to say. He's how he interpreted the whole situation for every person. And yeah, maybe he missed something, how it felt like, I don't know. But I mean, from my standpoint, it was a great movie. And but still, it didn't have that much competition. Yes, Avatar was was an amazing movie in my opinion, but still, this story was simple. That's the point of it all. You don't have to have an amazing story to make it. If you perfect it, and all the acting in it, and you get the whole environment feeling, and the whole like, oh my god, it would be amazing to get yourself in that. The whole idea was perfect from Avatar's standpoint, that movie. And that's the thing, I because look at it, some movies that are cult movies today had terrible scripts. They're Top Gun. Apparently, what it was, especially in the beginning, it was a horrendous piece of crap, apparently. And they made it a little bit better, but apparently still the script was really crap, but it's ended up still being amazing, because it's one thing like to read the script, and it can, on paper it can sound amazing, but when you put it in real life and real life perspective, it may not be interesting to watch. The story in itself can be amazing, but will it be a great movie? And maybe that's why, maybe there's a lot of great scripts out there, but it doesn't work as a movie. Which is weird, because if you're writing a script, you intend it to be a movie, but yeah, it's, or the director interprets the script wrong. And that's why I feel like, that's why I think nobody else could do a Quentin Tarantino script. Because it's bonkers crazy, and they wouldn't be able to direct those scenes as good as he does it. And sure, I would want someone to slap him and make it just a little bit shorter. Then it would be an amazing movie. Yeah. I had another point I was going to make about all this, but it got lost somewhere. Yeah, so I would want to have this be like movies versus TV shows, but it's hard to like compare it because they're so two different elements, and you need more time to be able to that's the one thing that's different. I mean people, we have different time constraints, and TV shows demands more of your time. That's just the thing. And but I still would like movies to be better. For instance, one of my favorite movies last year was Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's a fucking great movie. When I saw the trailer, I knew this is gonna be great, and I watched it. It was great because the whole premise, the whole how they built the movie, how all the acting looked like. It looked like that was a well done movie. And yeah, so, and I don't think many people really watched that movie, but it got high up on who people rated it on Pirate Bay, because it's great movies get acknowledgement on Pirate Bay. However you feel like about Pirate Bay, but if you do a great movie, it's of course it's got the some bad ones also going to go up high, but the more unknown movies, maybe not everyone has heard of, is going to get more, so to say, clout or whatever, but it's going to get seen, and people will remember that movie and really like it. And yeah, yeah. This has been another Chromecast, and yeah, I know people probably not going to see the same opinion as me. Maybe some maybe do, but I just want to watch more great movies. I just want to be able to go and watch more movies nowadays, because I have stopped watching movies more and more for every year. It's more this year just because the show and the Ramborsha have hyped up so many movies for me that and other people I watch on YouTube have hyped up movies, so I ended up going to see it. It's just that's just the reason why I went and see some of these movies. And yeah, hopefully I will find more great movies to watch, because movies like Empire State, or whatever it's called, Empire, I don't even know, it's someone with Liam Hemsworth, I think who was the main, and like The Rock, Wayne Johnson, and another person. It's just, that was just fucking, it's incredibly bad movie. It makes me sad. The Millers, I look like a great movie, but then again, I mean, comedy for me is hard. I mean, The Hangover was an amazing movie when it comes to comedy, in my opinion, because it's all fun. That sort of it hit the nail on the head perfectly with the first movie, so it didn't really need to have a trilogy, to be honest. But everything that's does well should be, used more and more, sadly enough. Yes, I am Mark Crown Story on the Twitterverse, and yeah, it's one of these episodes where it's fun to do these things. It's I'm opinionated person, so that's why I like watch people like TB and Angry Joe and people like that, because we love to rant, and this has been a long rant, and I don't know if I hit the nail on the head, so to say, that I got out of it. I'm losing that word. I don't know if I explained it perfectly for you, but I think you get the overall picture what I want with all of this. Yes, I've managed to make it the right words there in the end. So, thank you guys for watching. Yes, and I will see you soon with another Crowncast. Bye.